piano. And look, this is simple. We're gonna have a stream. Well, just enter you guys ask me for them, and then we'll get this. It's that simple. And maybe in a day or two, and we have to do some trades because it's normal. And thanks.
Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody to day 23 of the crypto challenge, where we are going to turn 1,500 USD into $250,000 in the space of 6 months or 26 weeks. So far the markets haven't been too courteous to us. It's been a little bit of a pain in the ass. So essentially we are where we started. We haven't really made that much money, and I received quite a few comments over the last few days about why we haven't made money. They were more curiosities than attacks, which is a good change from what we were getting at the beginning. And essentially, because we have so many new traders following along with the challenge, and we were limited for the first 2 weeks of how much time we actually trade. We were limiting the trades to the stream time, a gap of 2 hours per day. We were taking it very easy, taking it very calmly, taking it very carefully. And with the market, we didn't want to take any risks because people haven't yet discovered how to deal with when things go into the red and when you start to have a loss, and how you can mitigate that, or how you can accept that, how you can deal with it. However, things are going to change. We are now going to go open up a new chapter. This is a new week. We already started yesterday with Mind Week, where you guys got amazing feedback for yesterday's stream. If you guys haven't checked it out, you got to go check it out. You can just ignore everything, but go to the part where we start to talk about the mind and the perception, and you will have a good idea about what you can expect for the rest of the week. Now, we're going to start off the stream as we do with every stream. We're going to come in here, 1389.77. We come down to the bottom here, 1389.77, and there we go. Okay. Now, we started the challenge with only $1,420. Yes, the challenge says $1,500. We had a bit of an error when we transferred the initial funds into the account just before the first stream. Litecoin decided to take a bit of a dip, so we lost a bit of money. However, we are only 3 weeks into the challenge, and if I come to whichever sheet, I can't even remember which one it is, down here now, okay, our initial target was to get 2.7%, and we just have to, this is a daily gain. So the way that we're working on this is we're just compounding the gains one on top of the other. We are now going to take this number and bring it all the way down. We'll say to day 22, okay. Well, let's go down to day 23, which is today, and effectively we are restarting our goal. Now we have 182.5 days. Okay, so in order for us to reach our target from here on out, we're going to put in just an estimate of 3.4%. Okay, yes, that should have multiplied. And if we come down to the bottom now, that's maybe a bit too much, so let's go back up. Let's make it 3.3% and set that as our new daily target from here on out. But we still got to be careful. There we go. So day 182, which is exactly 6 months, we should be at 250,000. Okay, so our new modified target is 3.3% daily compounding gains. Okay, if anybody wants to scroll through here and check out how much that ends up being, the way it works is every day we start off, we get 3.2%. It increases very slowly, keeps on adding up and adding up and adding up, and by the end we end up with 250,000. Or if we go 1 day extra, we'll end up with an extra 8 grand. It's quite nice to be making 8 grand in 1 day, isn't it? I think that's a dream for a lot of people. But there will obviously be some times where we do not make our target, and there will be times where we do make our target, and that is why we are doing the daily tab, where we come through and we track everything. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to mark all of this here off. Okay, and we are going to put this in a very, very, very light red. Okay, and over here I'm going to put in nice big letters, I'm going to come here like this, and I am going to, where's the merge cells? There we go. And we say, thank you, Bitcoin. All right. Due to the markets and due to the limitations that we had, we struggled to make the profit that we expected. And as a result, now we are essentially opening up a new page. Should have made this a little bit wider just to see the message. There we go. So already day one, we have made 5.32%. Okay, we're still not back over the 1420, but we'll let that average out over this week. There is a small risk though, guys. Okay, there is a small risk, and the risk is that Bitcoin, if we come over to the Bitcoin chart, the risk is that Bitcoin may not do what we expect it to do. However, so far it looks good. So far we have a lot of faith, and we are preparing ourselves to make money and to buy into a lot of stuff. Now, in the event that Bitcoin does go down again, we will be changing our strategy. Like, seriously, we will be changing our strategy quite a lot in order to make our target. We will have to take slightly bigger risks, and therefore the payoff, if it is successful, will be larger than if we don't. So the reason why I'm mentioning all this is week 3. A lot of new people have started to follow along, and a lot of old people have dropped out because of the way the markets are, not just for the challenge, but in crypto as a whole. All of the crypto communities have really been suffering recently. The numbers of people in the chat rooms have dwindled down to next to nothing. But with the way the market is looking so far, I believe we are in a good position. A lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I seriously mean a lot of people. If I can get the right tool, I always mix these ones up. There we go. Let's get the brush. A lot of people were expecting Bitcoin to come down. We can even go further than that. Oops, no, not what I wanted to do there. A lot of people were expecting Bitcoin to come down to even as low as 6,000. Okay, so if we go into auto mode quickly and we just zoom out, and I can do that there. A lot of people were expecting Bitcoin to go all the way down to 6,000. The number of people now expecting this is a lot less. Because of what has happened in the market over the last 2 days, there is a significant amount of confidence that has come back in, and people are starting to buy. Okay. Joe Huerta saying, I will buy within 4 to 6K. This was your previous line, sir, and we hit your previous line, remember? It's even got your name on it. That's your buy price. Have you changed your mind? You don't want to buy at this price anymore? If you're on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask a question, please put a capital letter Q. And if you are on the Discord server, I'll tell you how to join in a second. Please be sure to tag me using the @ symbol and Mr. Techie, and then I know the question is directed to us at the stream and you're not directly answering somebody else who's in the chat. If you want to join the Discord server, I highly encourage it. We are currently based on and hosted on the CoinVX Discord server. It's a great big community. There's a lot of various rooms related to anything to do with crypto. There's also a lot of resources in there for new people to find out all the types of different information that you may need. There's voice sessions. We have a voice room in there as well that we will be doing some small voice sessions on occasionally. And of course, then you have the challenge rooms as well, which will be growing in number and growing in purpose as we go through the challenge. Now, why is the title of the video buy, but watch your back? Before coming onto this stream, there is somebody that I very highly respect in the world of technical analysis. In fact, respect is maybe not quite the correct term. Of course, I respect him, but as well, I admire his skill and I admire his insight into the world of technical analysis. And for those of you who don't know what technical analysis is, it's drawing lines and patterns and stuff on a chart to predict the outcome. It's using maths and science, a combination of both, to predict the movement or the outcome of how the chart will go at a particular time. All of these lines here you see, these are all part of TA. So there's somebody in the TA world who I very highly respect. Until 1 mil, and we had him on the stream here a short while ago, and he shared with us a quick strategy as well as gave us a good tip on buying Walton to use well, for us to make some profits here. So this line here is not technical analysis. This was a scientific test to see if Bitcoin followed my lines, and it did not work. So essentially we have our big downtrend line here, okay, which is from the all-time high, and it's been coming down. I'm going to go up to the 1 day right now. Might just give a little bit of an easier view. Maybe too much. There we go. Okay, and we have a big kind of line. We have our big original line. There's several other lines in other places as well, such as here. But right now we are in a very crucial moment of, I don't know why the line is blue, just ignore it for now. And I know this isn't quite a valid line, I'm not going through and drawing it in every exact position. But right now we are at a very crucial point. Over the next few days will determine, will Bitcoin fly, or will Bitcoin, I don't want to use the term, but it's very poetic, will it die? Will it drop down or will it go up? Okay, and instead of waiting right now, because we've seen some good positive growth in Bitcoin over the last few days, even though we had these 2 days of major red, you know, this is daily, so each one of these candles represents 1 day. We had 2 days of quite major red. And when we come up to the hourly chart, okay, you can see here that we had some beautiful growth for a while. And then we just broke through the big downtrend from the all-time high, and we started to go back down. We bounced up, and now it appears that we are at a point of potential major break. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful place to be at, because people are starting to buy into coins. Not only that, coins themselves are really starting to gain. Have a look at this one here. This is Nano. I think we mentioned it a few times on the stream. Drawing a straight line is not really going to work here because it hasn't really been growing at a straight rate. But just coming, behave yourself. Just coming here, okay, you can see that there is a beautiful amount of growth coming here, okay, and it's a beautiful channel that it's in as well for growing. Let's move that one there a bit, and then we can move this guy down here. Not quite perfect, but you guys get the idea. I'm not going to do a TA on it. Again, I'm not the TA guy yet. Come check me out at the end of the year. But we have a beautiful amount of growth on Nano, which came after a very, very sad period for Nano, where it really did suffer. It really got hit quite hard, quite a few times, because of some issues that happened with Nano. It was hosted on another exchange. We trade on Binance, but it was hosted on another, let's say, less desirable exchange, and they had some, I'm trying to put this diplomatically, they had some security concerns, and therefore some Nano, which was previously known as shit, what was Nano known as before?
XRB.
XRB, that's it. Completely blank. It was previously known as XRB, and there was a large major theft of XRB from that other exchange, which was not disclosed to the public, and the price started to go down and people started to panic, and then the people who stole the coins started to sell them and just dump them, and so it carried on going down. So a lot of coins have seen some beautiful growth. We have Litecoin as well, has been getting a lot of major boost in confidence for quite a few days now. Let's go into auto. I should really remember to always go into the at least 1 hour. Is this correct? Yes. So Litecoin has started to have some major growth. We have Ethereum as well, which is a coin that we will be talking about very soon, guys. There we go. So Ethereum as well has started to have some growth in the last few days. So things are starting to look up. So instead of us sitting on the edge, sitting around doing nothing, twiddling our thumbs, we are going to start to buy. But because there is still the risk that Bitus Coinus does not play nice, we will be covering our backs. And how will we cover our back? We will cover our back in a few different ways. The first way we're going to cover our back is we are going to only buy into coins that really do right now have a very good potential for growth. Okay, these are coins that potentially over the last few days haven't yet started to jump up and increase in price, and so they're still expected to have their pop period where they really start to gain strongly. We introduced one of those coins before, and that was Wabi, W-A-B-I. I can't remember which day number or which video we did that in. Perhaps maybe if somebody remembers, they can just quickly type it in. So we will be purchasing some Wabi. We will potentially also maybe buy a little bit more Walton. We already have some Walton. We may just add on a tiny little extra sprinkling on the top, okay, onto Walton. But that is more of a slightly longer term than just the kind of immediate gains. And we're going to be introducing today another coin called OMG, or Omi's Go. And we'll do a quick introduction to the coin today. We may potentially also look at purchasing either some XRP or some Nano, which we just spoke about right now. And yeah, so we're gonna check that out. But if we do introduce OMG today, then we will talk about Nano tomorrow, just so that then we don't spend too much time of the stream talking about coins and not actually doing anything. So Yaro Nesta saying, are you on target for 250? Yeah, definitely on target. I have no issues at all with the target. The target was actually a very much a conservative target that was put on them. And now that the market is primed and essentially it's a rocket that has been fueled and it is ready to be ignited, then yeah. The thing with the challenge is that it is a bit of a challenge, and the primary thing of the challenge is not to make $250,000. The primary, the $250,000, that's just a side effect for the challenge. This is a 6-month learning experience and a 6-month journey to share knowledge with you guys. And along that journey as well, I will be developing knowledge. It's not like I'm coming here and saying to you guys, I know everything about crypto. I am the crypto god and I will teach you, worship me. No, not at all. I'm not that type of person. There's a lot of stuff that I do not know. So, we are ready. We've got no issues at all. Okay, we are prepared. We have enough knowledge right now, and we will be accumulating knowledge along the way. And that is why almost the whole team today, or the team who's online with me right now, we have Grizz, Jeff, and Jerome. We were all watching until 1 mil. Probably, the most highly respected TA person that I know in crypto. So. And he's here with us in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us, Until. Because we also go to accumulate knowledge. If you know something, okay, I will tell you something. I live in Germany, okay? And one of the first things that I learned about Germany, everyone thinks that when you drive on the motorway in Germany, there's no speed limit. And so you can just drive as fast as you want. There's one rule, however. You are never ever the fastest guy on the road, and you got to remember that. And the same thing happens in crypto. You are never ever the best trader in the room. You are never ever the best TA analyst in the room. You are never ever the best researcher. You are never ever the best signal caller. So humble yourself, put your ego to a side, and open up to learning and expanding your knowledge and your horizons from the people around you. Okay, that is why this whole crypto challenge came about. It's combining the knowledge of traders, okay, and experts and things, and everyone learning from each other, so that when we come out of this at the end of 6 months, it doesn't matter whether we made 250,000, 500,000, or if we only made 1,000, but the knowledge and the skills that we have is going to allow us to really transform, into a different level. So before we get off topic, as you guys may notice, I sometimes like to waffle on and get off topic a little bit. But preparing right now to see what are we going to buy. I like that, 2 coins, 1 cup. He said, we learn today for tomorrow. That is amazing. I'm going to borrow that. Obviously, I'll always give you credit, but that there is amazing. So we are going to purchase a little bit more Wabi, a little bit more Walton, and we are going to pick up some Wabi. Okay, currently, just to show you guys our balance, we have 11 Walton, we have 39 ICX. ICX we're not going to buy any more of. There is potential for it to go up soon, okay, but we already have quite a bit of it, and I'm not too comfortable buying into coins that I do not watch on an active basis from my own, for my own personal stack, and I don't hold ICX, okay? So we are going to buy a little bit more Walton, and we're going to buy some Wabi, and we are going to buy some OMG, and we're going to talk about OMG. We're already almost halfway through the stream. Damn. Ooh, okay, let's talk quickly about OMG. Who is OMG? Okay, OMG, Omisgo. OMG is actually an interesting one for me, because OMG is not your typical kind of project or coin that exists. OMG comes out of Thailand. Okay, a country not particularly known for its crypto, not particularly known for its blockchain technology, yet they have come out with an amazing system and an amazing project. So what is Omisgo? In a lot of places in Asia, in the developing rural areas where people don't have access to the big city high life and everything, they have a significant deficit in the way that they can live. Okay, maybe not deficit, don't know where that word came from, but they have a significant restriction in the way that they can live their lives financially. They don't have access to banks in the same way that you and I do. They don't have access to banks where they can just walk in and deposit money, or go and withdraw money, or send money to family, etc. So Omisgo came up as a way to enable, and this is the key word, it's an enabler. And if you guys know from before, I love coins that enable people, that enable societies, that enable, communities. I love the enabling coins, okay? And essentially, they are a banking system that is away from the banks. They have their own applications, they have their own blockchain kind of systems that integrate with each other, and it is essentially an e-wallet. Rather than a bank account, it's more like a digital wallet, okay? And with that digital wallet, anybody can have one, and you can send money and receive money on that digital wallet. That's all fine and well, but what do you do when you have money on this digital wallet? This is the key thing. Over the last few years, Omisgo have made so many agreements, okay, and partnerships, and been integrated into so many businesses that now it's actually used as a replacement for cash, which is its original intention. You can go to several businesses, you can go to several companies, you can pay your bills using the OMG ecosystem. And I'm calling it an ecosystem because it's not, it's not just a coin that you buy and you send and you sell. No, it's a fully integrated system. They have gone beyond what a lot of other people dream about, integrating it into big companies, integrating it into payment systems, integrating it across Asia as well, so that when one person, for example, from Myanmar or from Thailand travels to somewhere else in Asia, for example, to China, and they want to send money back to their family, then they can load money up into their wallet, and they can transfer it from their wallet back to their family back home, and their family back home can then buy whatever they need to buy, whether it's food or whether it's stuff for repairs, while the main breadwinner is away working. And previously, this stuff was impossible. You used to have to rely on things such as, well, everybody knows them, Western Union. And if you know anything about the developing world, you'll know that Western Union in anywhere other than the main major countries, it is a pain in the ass. You got to queue up for 5 or 6 hours just to go and collect your money, and occasionally they'll turn around and they'll say to you, sorry, we don't have money today, come back tomorrow. And you're like, I've just spent 6 hours standing in the sun when I could have been working. Okay, so this is an enabler. This has really allowed people's lives to be transformed. It is a great coin, and you guys know about CryptFlix, and we gave you this tip before. OMG is on CryptFlix. I would suggest you go and you check it out. It is an amazing coin, and we will be buying into it because, well, do we just buy into coins just for the sake of buying into coins? No, we're going to buy into it because it was something that was on my list. It's something that's kind of been on my list for a while to get into, and Until 1 Mil did some TA on it earlier, and of course, if you guys are looking to compare my TA to Until 1 Mil's TA, you got to go and find another person to watch. This is like kindergarten compared to Einstein in a certain way. So let's go to OMG with Bitcoin, and let's go over to the 1-day chart. Okay, and this is what Until saw on his chart, and after I saw it, and after he showed it, I was like, holy mother, like, ooh, this is gonna be juicy. So this here is a chart formation. Please behave, trading view. Okay, a lot of people will call this out. It's one of my most despised chart patterns that a lot of people love to say. It's a bloody cup and handle. Yes, you heard me say it. Techie said cup and handle. Stop the presses. Okay, this is a cup and handle. Okay, come on. And so, unless I am completely mistaken and I completely confused this coin with something else, and I'm sure Until 1 Mil would be willing to correct me on the stream, it's a strong project. Okay, and it had some very, very good growth from the middle of December, you know, and it kept on going up. And if I'm not mistaken, if I am not, I think I may have put in the wrong thing there. Isn't it CoinMarketCal? Yes, it should be CoinMarketCal. CoinMarketCal. It's a bit slow today, isn't it? Wow. Oh God. Behave yourself. And if we come here and we look at OMG, I believe there is some news due for it at some point in the near future. Yeah, somebody posted a link earlier. It's due to be listed, or it was listed, technically. It was listed. There's some more news. Wait, why is this all going weird? Why have the dates gone all messed up? I was looking at historical stuff. Past events, upcoming events. What's it doing?
Because you need to set the date till the future. It's now till...
I don't know why it went to past events, so I've just clicked on upcoming events, and now it's taking a long time to load. There we go. Oh no, now we got to go through again and filter it. Somebody did post a link to an alternative site for calendar stuff on Until 1 Mil stream, but I actually forgot to open it up. So yeah. Towards the end of the month, they have their SDK wallet, the SDK for their wallet going out. What is an SDK? If you're a programmer, you know all about SDKs. If you're not a programmer, it's a good thing when an SDK is released. They have it going out in beta, okay, and the chart supports a purchase on it, and so we will be buying in some OMG. Now, if we also take a look at our second coin, Wabi. We've already spoken about this, guys. You know, don't... Ooh. Wabi is a very strong coin. Okay. And for Wabi, we may potentially also be looking at a similar kind of pattern. I think we'll end up coming to potentially around here. All right. So we're looking at approximately, I don't think it's going to be that long, maybe a little bit shorter, around here. We're potentially going to be seeing a similar pattern to what Walton has as well. If you guys remember Walton, let me change over to the 1 hour. Let me go up to the 4 hour, in fact. Thank you very much. Mufasa sent me the link to the alternative website. Thank you very much, Mufasa. There we go. Oh, this looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? Oh, very nice. Ooh, I like this. Okay, it's going to be one of my new favorite tools. Just bookmark it for the challenge, so I can always refer to it. Walton as well is a coin that when Until 1 Mil came on our stream a few days ago, I can't even remember how long, there was the possibility of a cup forming on here. It is still very, very possible. It is still due to happen. It did dip down a little bit lower, so people were able to buy it at a ridiculous price of 18,000 satoshis. Whew, crazy. We were looking at it, I believe, when it was still up here. So I think it was about a week ago that Until came onto our stream, and we were looking at it about this price here. We're still expecting it to go back up. Walton has an insane amount of news coming up. And now let's try our new website and see what it shows us. Walton chain upcoming events. Nothing. Past events. Nothing. Let me go and double check the list of events, guys. It was on the CoinVX server, and if we go into the signals, John actually put out a signal for Walton. The wallet with full node mining support comes out in March, and in Q2 the Genesis block or parent chain is operational, converting from an ERC token or a Ethereum based token to their own token, which is as well going to be very big. They're going to release master nodes, and they're going to have a few airdrops for the people with master nodes. It's a very, very strong coin, not just for the short term, but also for the long term. Okay. Until 1 Mil saying, he's here saying it ended on the 20k buy zone. Rest was a bonus. Walton follows BTC, but a bit delayed. Walton is awesome. Will blow up. I do completely agree with that. We did have a box here, but I think it accidentally got removed a short while ago. If I can remember where they are now. I always get confused. We had a box from 20,000 till I believe, what was it, 22,000? Something like that is where we had our buy box, i.e. if it enters into this zone, this is where you buy. And that's it. You know, this is where you buy. So it even went down. You got a little bit of a bonus if you managed to buy it there. We bought some way back when. So let's not worry too much about it, but it is due to explode over the next few weeks. And so since we already have some, we're going to hold on to it. And as well, we are going to pick up just a tiny bit more just to add on to it, but we don't want to put all of our money into it yet. Until 1 Mil saying, yes, it follows Bitcoin quite well. It does indeed. But as well as the fact that it follows Bitcoin, it is one of the top Asian coins. What do I mean by one of the top Asian coins? There are several coins that have come out of Asia, and in Asia these coins are really loved. And as far as I am aware, Walton is the top or the most loved coin for the Japanese market. They love Walton. Okay, it's all about Walton, 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 Walton. Okay, so once the markets now start to recover, and as there is news due to come out from the Asian markets related to them and crypto, etc., we are expecting Walton to really take off very, very soon. And Sorry, got a bit of a cough. To take off and to really make some beautiful gains. So those are the coins that we are going to buy. All right. We have some Bitcoin, and if you guys remember, we set some limit orders to buy Bitcoin because we were expecting a bit of a bounce, but I was mistaken, and the bounce happened about 70 $70 earlier, and as a result, we didn't buy in. But Bitcoin is up from where we bought it, so I've got no issues with that at all. Bitcoin looks like it's actually been on a bit of a run for the last. It's very interesting, Bitcoin. So we may potentially do it. I'm going to keep a very close eye on it, and then we're going to choose whether to do it or not. We're also going to be picking up a tiny bit of Ethereum, not as a quick turnaround, make lots of money, get it out of the way, but for various other reasons. Guys, if you want to ask me a question on YouTube or something, please put a capital letter Q so I know it's addressed to me. And if you're on the Discord server, please be sure you tag me in it as well. Sorry, Jeff, was that you?
Congratulate you on that ion pun. You said ion. We'll keep an eye on it.
Ah, it's very good, huh? Keep an eye on it. Yes, that was unintentional, but I'll claim the credit for it. So let's have a look right now. Who do we want to have a look at first? We will have a look at Wabi. Let me check. Jeff sent me a message just very quickly. Oh no, he said OMG. Ooh, what is this interesting red here? That was an interesting one, wasn't it? I think somebody accidentally clicked the wrong button. Let's look at OMG on MySgo. Currently, oh, I think
it was rather like when I sent the message, but
it's okay. It's all right. Let me quickly check on here. We're gonna do a rapid TA on OMG. OMG Bitcoin on Binance. I'm gonna have a look here. So in terms of RSI, I can even make this a little bit bigger for those of you joining us at home, so you don't hurt your eyes too much. RSI right now is around the middle, a little bit higher than I would have wanted. However, if we quickly come down here and we just draw a line up like that, you can see where it's heading. Okay, that is almost, you know, it's a very, very beautiful line. If we come across, let's switch off auto mode. We can even adjust this line to be, instead of at the wick, to be at the bottom of the candle, and we can adjust this one ever so slightly like that. So we have 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count that little wick there. 3, 4 bounces off of this line. It's a very, very solid line. Again, we were looking at a cup and handle formation, so this here is the part of the handle where it likes to fly. So there is choosing a buy point right now is a little bit, you got to kind of get it right. You have a choice, okay? If you are looking to just hold the coin, then you can feel comfortable buying at any price, okay? If you are holding for the longer term, you could buy right now at this price, okay, and you will be comfortable. However, we don't just like to just FOMO into a coin or just go into a coin without actually looking at it a little bit better. So let's have a look at the pattern. And what we can see here, we've bounced off this line several times. And it's probably likely that we will bounce off of this line again. But at what point, that is the question. Right now, this candle, I'm going to zoom in, get right up and feisty with this guy. Come here, mate. All right, this candle, okay, we're probably not going to go down to this level again, 1629, okay, because the green line doesn't come past that point anymore. So we're looking at buying somewhere along this this green line, and I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, that in order for us not to miss out on this potential opportunity, okay, it's a green candle right now. I'm expecting it to potentially come back down again, I'm going to say anywhere in kind of, let's bring this down there. I'm looking for it to potentially come back down and bounce around this area. But again, we got to monitor it. Okay, just looking at the previous bounces and how it's been going. We just got to monitor it a little bit better and see how it goes. So I'm going to set a bit of a, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And this is one of the things, guys. You can either wait and you can watch and you can see how things are going, but then you spend your day just watching charts, or you can choose a point, you stick to it, and you wait and see what happens. Right now we are at 1720. I'm saying anywhere within here, which is from 1700, okay, all the way down to wherever in this green line it is, so 1650 up to 1670, because it's a diagonal line. So I'm going to split it right in the middle. We're going to buy a little bit at 17. And again, guys, if you remember, we spoke about layering in orders. Okay, so we are going to buy, sorry, not 1750. We're going to buy a little bit at 1705, and then we're going to go down to 1695, which is approximately there. And then we're going to purchase a little bit more at 16. We'll go 1680, which is coming down to, or maybe that's a little bit too much. We'll go up to 1685. All right. And then we may put one final order at 1675. Or actually, we'll just stick with those three orders. So 1705, 1695, 1685. Let's start to put in some orders. We don't want to go all in with our full account on this. Okay, I am not the type of person who likes to go all in. So let's open up our estimated balance right now. We are going to want to pick up 2 coins today. Okay, and we also want to add on a little bit of Walton. Plus, we always want a little bit of extra money to buy into another coin. So currently we have 0.00000092. I'm going to do a very quick calculation right now. Okay, if we have 0.09240588, okay, and I'm going to want to buy essentially up to 5 coins. So for each coin, each new coin that I buy, I'm going to buy with 0.0184 approximately. I'm not going to have to get it exactly. Okay, so let's come here. Current price 1721. We can see there is a nice green up there. So we will be putting in starting from 1705, 1695, 1685 is our lowest one. We're going to put in some orders. Although here we didn't really go that low, did we? This is going to be interesting right now. Someone letting me know that Nano has hit an extraordinary number. Thank you for the teasing. Okay, so we want to get a total, and I closed my calculator, but I believe it was 0.0018. So let's just come in here. And again, guys, we want to look at the total number down here. It's 18, so 0.018. We can divide that by 3, so we're going to buy 0.006. So I come here, and I am going to go with, let's do 4. Ah, that's a nice number. All right, so that comes out to 682. Let's do it then. Yeah, we'll just do it with 4 on here. At 1705, we are putting in an order. When you can see it here, although it's a little bit difficult to move around over here because the numbers are so close together. But actually, there's a nice wall here, isn't there? Sorry, I forgot to even check the depth chart. Let's go down to 5 decimals and check out the buy orders. So around 17, there's quite a big wall. So there is actually potential that we may not even go that low. And judging by how things are looking, well, that's a new feature. Have they added that in recently? Where it tells you where your buys are on the depth chart?
Yeah, never saw it before.
Wow, that's a new thing. Cool. Okay, so there is a bit of a wall here. I haven't been watching OMG for too long, as in watching how it's behaving during this downtrend. I'm just looking right now through the trade history to see kind of the approximate size of orders that have been made, to see if there's only like very small amounts or if there are some larger amounts. There's nothing very, very big in there. And it's disappeared. All right. I don't know. Oh, it's moved up now. Uh-oh. I smell a bot. I smell a bot, ladies and gentlemen. What is a bot? It's a programmed computer that will automatically move walls up in order to push the price of a coin up. And now, as you guys can see, we are above that big wall. Right, we're gonna leave this right now. Okay, we're gonna leave it for maybe 5 minutes or something, and we're gonna come back to it. Let's go and have a look at Wabi and see how Wabi is doing right now, since we also want to pick up a bit of Wabi. And ooh, we're running out of stream time. I mean, just look at Wabi. You have so much support. You have so many walls here, okay, and next to nothing in front of you over there. That there is, I don't even know what to think about that. That's a little bit crazy. Let's go and have a look right now on the. Let's go and have a look at the depth chart or the order book. We're looking at the depth chart. So we can see then we have relatively strong-ish supports for the immediate term. You know, we have at 147, we have quite a nice one. At 144, again, quite a nice one. And then all the way down at 139, again, we have quite a juicy one. I don't want to get in between the fight of these people. It's only 3 Bitcoin. It's not really that big, but sometimes these numbers can just be as significant as one that's 100 times its size. It's all to do with relativity. Relativity. If you see the size of the actual orders in terms of Bitcoin amount, and then you can kind of, you know, you can see how large of an order this is and how intimidating it may potentially be to a lot of people. So as I said, I don't really want to get stuck in with this guy. We are currently at 15061. Let's go back to 8 decimal places now. So we were looking at, I forgot what number here is that. Where's he gone? I've lost him. What I'm going to do, guys, is because I have a lot of faith in Wabi, okay? And if we come back to the TA screen and we come over to Wabi Bitcoin.
Did I just saw that the fees are back to normal?
Ah, yes, the fees would have gone back to normal now, isn't it? Because it was only until the 23rd or 24th of...
Don't forget to pick up BNB as well then, for the people who hasn't.
Yep, guys, if you don't have BNB in your account, please be sure to pick up some BNB so you can keep your fees down, okay? Looking right now, I think we have already started to move up on Wabi. I'm not going to wait too long. I'm going to check out right now here. MACD is down and it is crossing over down here. We should actually go up to a higher time frame because we are looking at purchasing it for the longer term. Go away, auto. Okay, so we're right now looking at the one-day candles for Wabi Bitcoin. We can see that we've already kind of come down to the bottom here. We may potentially go a little bit lower. However, we are getting close down to the bottom over here on RSI and MACD. And since a lot of coins are already flipping around and started to gain in value, as Bitcoin is gaining right now, we're currently at 1,300. Oh, here was Wabi. I already had it open. I'm not going to wait too long, guys. I'm not going to do a full TA on this. I think Until 1 Mil did a fib on his stream. Again, I'm still experimenting with fib. I don't like to use it publicly, but to me, from my knowledge and understanding of fib, which is not very much, we have effectively already bounced. Although, why did this line come here? Should be down there, sir. And you should come up to here. Or we're getting close to bouncing. It's a little bit of a difficult one. I'm going to put in some orders at a magical number that I'm going to cover on the screen. I'm not going to tell anyone. No, I'm just kidding. I want to pick it up. I don't want to wait around and potentially miss out on this. We're going to go down for... we are currently at 15. We are going to go for... We're going to put some just above this big order. We're going to put some at 146 something. And then we're going to potentially go just for those two numbers. So if I go back to 8 decimal places, let's put in, we said 147 was our big order. Where is Mr. 20 something thousand? There he is. There's 135,000. Okay, here's all split up. So let's go down for 147. Let's get in just above here. We'll go in with my magic number 22. 147. 22. Okay. And we want to buy 0.06. So let's do 48. Not 478, 48. Nope. We'll go down to 42. There we go. All right, so we're going to put in orders of 42. So we're going to buy here. We're going to move, then we are now, our order is placed here. Please don't go and just dump on top of our order, okay? Thank you for whoever just put in on top of our order. This is always a bit of the challenge. We're going to come down as well. I'm going to go in at 146.22. 146.22. And we're also going to put in 42. Okay. So we come in here, and getting lower than that, I think we may start to run into quite a bit of trouble if we come too low down here. So let's go 145.22. Okay. And again, we're going to put in 42 and we're going to buy Wabi. Okay. So we have put 3 orders in for Wabi at 14722, 14622, 14522 Satoshis, each order for 42 Wabis. Just pick any number anywhere, guys. You know, you don't need to choose the exact number that I'm doing. You can base it around it. I can see already that some people have definitely just come on top of where we are and just kind of put their orders. Perfectly fine, so long as we don't end up having a massive wall and creating a massive wall, then I am perfectly happy with that. So let's go back now to OMG and see how OMG is doing. Where are you, OMG? We didn't add them to the favorites yet. That's a bit silly. Okay. Let's have a look at our OMG. So we have an order at 1705. Again, someone came and put on top of us. I don't really like being underneath a big order. I don't like being squashed, particularly when we're quite small. I like to still be able to visualize where we are. OMG is a little bit of a tough one, because if we don't buy in soon, then we could potentially really miss out on this.
No.
And thank you for the reminder. And looking at the TA for OMG, Binance Bitcoin. Okay, this here is the 1-day chart. Let's go over to the 15-minute chart. Quite far away from where we had it, isn't it?
You're lagging, Techie. I don't know if it's me, but...
Is the stream lagging for anyone, or is it just for Jeff? Up here, we're almost going into it being overbought, which means then that we should potentially come up a little bit more and then start to come down. We had our orders, our target was somewhere from 1705, I believe it was. Around, okay, yeah, so around 1705, and then coming down, we will go down to 17 to 16. What did we say? Did we say before 1695, 1685? Yeah, I think that's still valid positions. We will just go in, put our orders. Our orders for this right now are based off of TA. They're not based off of the order book. Just to clarify for you guys. So we already have one order in there for, or did we cancel it? Oh shit, we cancelled it, isn't it? 1705, and we're going to pick up 4. I just don't like being stuck underneath these big guys. So let's put it at 1704. Okay, we're going to buy 4. I forgot to type in the 4, didn't I? Where is the OMG order? We can cancel that. 1704. You'd expect a mechanical keyboard to work nicely. We're going to pick up 4. And then we said 1695. We're going to pick up 4. And because these are slightly higher, 1685, we're maybe just going to pick up 3. Just to offset the additional amounts in these other guys here. And there we go. So we have now, you guys can see them here on the screen. We have 3 orders for OMG. We have 3 orders for Wabi, and we also said we want to pick up a little bit more for Walton. If you guys, sorry about that. I've had a little bit of a strange cough that keeps on tickling. Right, let's go now and check out. Thank you for that, Jeff. May he bless us all. Oh my God! Look at Walton. It's so juicy.
Nice candle as well.
Yeah, this is a nice candle. Let me quickly go and check. I mean, anywhere you buy it right now is a good spot. This is Wabi. I know we've gone a little bit over stream time, guys. I do apologize for that. We got to keep an eye on Bitcoin as well.
Hey, it's the weekend, so.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to put a buy at 20. Let's go 2422. Okay. Just coming here right now. Wait, why did all of my colors and everything disappear? Didn't we have stuff? I think I know why. Load a chart. We did have a Walton one, which is now OMG. There we go. Hallelujah. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to put an arbitrary number, just a nice kind of number that I like. Although, let's draw a quick line. First of all, there we go. Let's come here now. And what we can do is we can just draw a trend line coming up. There was a trend line going like that. However, we have just broken down below it. How far down this can go, I am not too sure. But since we already have Walton, and picking up a little bit more Walton will just be something tasty and nice. Let's just go for 20522. We'll buy maybe another couple of Walton, and then we can have a party when it goes up. 20522, and we might as well just check the order book since we're here. There's not really that much in the way. There is at 20460, so we could potentially go a little bit lower. 20522, we would end up here. And coming back to flipping over to the technical analysis, ladies and gentlemen, we currently have but I think we're still going to come a bit further down. But how much further down, it is not completely clear. I'm just looking right now at the divergence between the charts. It seems to be okay right now. Let's go up to the 1 hour chart. Let's have a look at how it's doing on the 1 hour. A little bit high. Let's have a look at how it's doing on the 1 day. 1 day is already quite low. MACD is already down below 0. I'm just going to do this one here, as I said and forget. We're going to do this. Should we buy 1 Walton? A little bit silly, isn't it? Let's buy back 3 more Waltons. Okay. I believe we already hold 11. So we're buying 3. We're going to go up to a total of 14. We may potentially sell one off a little bit earlier on if we wish to purchase some other coins or something in the meantime. As you guys can see, the order book is kind of moving a little bit more now. There's a green candle here. I still have faith we're going to go a little bit lower based on the TA, so I'm just going to put that 6156. Is that the correct number? Sorry, here 20522. Buy 3 Walton. And this is basically going to be our orders for now and our orders for today. There are some other coins that we are looking at picking up. However, I still want to monitor them a little bit. And if we come here right now and we refresh this, we can see that we only have 0.04 left. So we've used up almost half or over half of the Bitcoin that we had. So we still have more buying power left that we can use, and we will monitor tomorrow, and then we will look at who else we can pick up, and we will introduce a new coin.
Can you have a quick look at Ion?
We can have a quick look at Ion. Let's do it on this chart here, so I don't... Oh, it's the same damn chart, isn't it? I did have a spare one that I was using for other things, but... Let's go up to a 1 day chart. I don't like those big candles in the beginning. I don't know. I gotta do a lot more looking into this. I may actually consult Until 1 Mil and get his opinion from a TA point of view on this, because I am seeing to a degree a similar pattern to what we saw on most of the other coins, but because I'm not too familiar with this coin, I don't want to just yeah, I might get another pair of eyes on this, because I'm not too familiar with this coin. Jeff, do you know a lot about Ion?
No, not much, to be honest.
Okay. So guys, what we'll do then is that I will check out Ion tomorrow during the day. I'll try and see if I can get another opinion on Ion, and check out the project and see what's coming up for it, and then we can buy back in. Not buy back in, but we can buy some Ion. Now, we said earlier on that, yeah, it could be a cup that's forming halfway. That is what I was looking at. There's a lot of coins as well that have had the cup pattern on there, but I don't, the only time I like to buy into a coin when it's got the cup pattern is if it's a strong project with upcoming news and stuff. You know, not just for the sake of just buying into a cup. Essentially, I believe almost any alt right now. Who should we have a look at? We can have a look at REQ, which is another coin that we may potentially buy into. REQ on the 1 day as well. If you stretch it like that, you could say, oh, look, that's a cup forming. Not quite a cup, but yeah, but that is potentially a good one. Someone, yep, Jeff has just posted the Ion, and I believe as well it's on Cryptflix. If I can find the link to Cryptflix. Yep, we had it open for really nice. OMG. AION. There we go. Guys, Cryptflix is an amazing resource. Just start to use it when you want to research coins. It's the best first stop that you can do if you want to find out about the coin and not just about its market cap, etc. So I'll check out Ion. I will try and find some TA on it, and I will do my own TA on it as well. And then we could potentially pick this up tomorrow. Again, I don't think it's going to move that quickly right now. So yeah, let's leave it at that. Oh, Walton. Oh, Walton, what are you doing, Walton? Where did you get this big green from? Let's see if Bitcoin is moving. Go to the 15 minutes. No, Bitcoin is not moving. So why did Walton suddenly start to jump up? I think Walton's had enough. Walton wants to take off soon. Someone just bought on your earlier comments. Yeah, someone's probably watching the stream. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna go in and buy a bunch of Walton. We had our order set at 20,000. Where is our Walton? 20,522. Am I worried? No, we still hold some Walton. This was just adding a little bit more on if we really wanted it. It did actually jump up quite a lot very quickly, isn't it? So it went from 20,700 up to 21,400. That's about 1.5%, maybe 2% that it jumped up in the space of 15 minutes, which is quite a good amount. Yeah, so guys, although it's Mind Week, we had to introduce and do a lot of stuff today. But tomorrow we're going to do more Mind stuff. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go and watch it, because you're going to need to know that stuff for when we come to talk about the stuff tomorrow. Okay, how are we going to watch our back, which is one thing that we said. We're going to monitor the price of Bitcoin, okay? And if you use TradingView and you have signed up for a TradingView Pro account, even if it's just a trial, you can always come onto Bitcoin, okay? You come here, and I'm going to put an alert, going to click to put a new alert, and I'm going to say BTC USD crossing the value, okay? I'm going to put the value at, how low did we go before? We went down to 9.8. We went down to 9.8. So I'm going to put it, is that correct? Yes, it is. I'm going to put our alert. No, I'm looking at something completely wrong, aren't I? Yes, here we go. We went down to 9.5. I'm going to put an alert at 9.800. Okay, and I want it to send me an email. And the email is basically going to say, hey, Mr. Techie, Bitcoin is currently crossing 9.8. Let's put a little, yeah, we'll do it at 9.8 first of all. Okay, it's going to show a pop-up on my screen. It's going to play a sound. I want it to play that sound for 5 seconds. I want it to expire March. That's perfectly fine. That gives me a whole month. If you have an email to SMS service, you could use this. Okay, if you sign up to the higher tiers, you can also activate SMS. One thing, guys, about TradingView, do the trial. Let the trial run through, and towards the end, they'll offer you a nice discount. They always come up with little pop-ups here for discounts, so just bear that in mind. So I'm going to do that. I also have an app on my phone which monitors the crypto markets. I use an Android phone, and I use one called, I can never remember the name of it actually. I use one called Bitcoin Checker. Okay, that is the one that I use, and I can set alerts on there. We're not going to do a stop loss on Bitcoin yet, because even though it's dropping quite a bit on this red candle, but that's okay. We can draw a very nice strong green coming up here. So I'm not going to draw a thing on there yet. We did break out of the channel that we were previously in. This was a big rise today. I actually didn't make a single trade today, guys, because when I saw this, I was not comfortable. So I set it out, and luckily it came back down again. However, now it looks like it's deciding to go on another bit of a run. So, top tip for you guys, absolute top tip. Join the Discord server. The link is on the website. Link to the website is in the video description. While you're at the video description, give a thumbs up to the video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, feel free to send me a message on the Discord server or leave a comment in the video. Also subscribe, and when you subscribe, click the little bell icon that's next to it so you can actually get notified of when we go live. Don't know why that was there. Somebody sent that. So when you subscribe, let's go to our own channel. Oops. The Crypto Challenge. Oh, there we go. That's right. Top list. When you come then to the stream, hello, ready for inception, click on the bell icon. It will mean then that you get notifications. You know, that when we go live, you'll get a notification on your phone. Join the Discord server. In the Discord server, that is where we put a lot of announcements. That's where we put a lot of stuff. That's how everything gets done. I think maybe I missed out on a couple of questions. Oh god, I missed out on quite a few questions, isn't it? Shit, sorry guys, I do apologize for that. I wasn't really keeping an eye on there. Jack Jackal asked quite a while ago, the depth chart shows that green is over towering red. Does this mean that nobody is selling Wabi at these low prices? How does this affect the price? Will it go up or down? It just means that there's more buyers than sellers, and when there's more buyers than sellers, this is when you are in a bullish phase of the market. When there are more people who want to buy, they will slowly start to buy out from the ones selling, and there's less people selling, so it increases in price. Scrolling back down now, Chris Rivera says, Mr. Techie, I already have 20 Walton, and would you suggest buying more, investing a bit more in OMG that we are buying today? Diversify. You don't want to go all in on one coin and then you get stuck there if it doesn't go the way that you expect. So you diversify. Okay, always hold more than one or two coins. I don't like it when people suggest then that you just go into, it's very risky to just go all in on one coin. Okay, Joe Hort says, I was told Tether is illegal to use in the US. Is that true? Technically, yes. If you walk into Starbucks and you want to buy a coffee and you say to them, I'm going to pay you in Tether, I think that's quite illegal because it's not actually legal tender. But to use Tether in crypto, no, you can use it. I don't see any issues with that at all. All right, guys, I don't see any questions on the Discord server. So that's it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow. We went a little bit over the stream time. Thank you for watching. Remember to leave some feedback if you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you guys all tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. EST or 1 a.m. CET for you guys in Europe. Take care and good night.